All right, so we're gonna have some fun today. Today's just about having fun. We're gonna go clone. We're gonna go with the Joncutter 5800. Have not even attempted to start this saw in a long time. It runs on alcohol, which to be specific, I'm talking methanol. Has the expansion chamber on it and everything. Many of you guys have already seen it. Some of you have not. So this is kind of a video for us to have some fun and to show some of the newcomers what we're talking about. It's a Joncutter 5800 running on methanol. I just mixed up some fuel. We're getting ready to fuel it up. The reason the reason I thought about this today is because today's actually kind of a warm day. It's in 30s, like high 30s, and we might actually get this thing to start. You know what I mean? It's been sitting in the shop close to the wood burner. I sharpened up the chain, like literally. Last video we did on it, we had a square chain on it, but it wasn't one of my better ones. Today, I've gotten better with my square chain, so I sharpened up a chain for the original bar on this saw, and we put that all together, so now my chain should be actually a little better than last time. But yeah, I mean, we're warming it up here. Been probably half or 3/4 of the day I've had the heat going, you know what I mean? And we're gonna see if she takes off. I think it will though. I think it'll fire right off. I can prime it and it should go. What else? I think that's it. Today's just about have fun for the most part. Square hand filed chain, pretty nasty chain. I am curious though, if anybody's ever tried to race one of these. It's kind of an oddball size though, because it's it's too big for your 50cc class, and it's kind of small for your 65cc guys. You know what I mean? I think this is actually like 54 cc's. So, you know what I mean? It's just a little small. I'm kind of curious to know if anybody's ever tried to race one of these and what were the results. I am thinking about sending this thing out for a dyno run though. I already talked to HCHAF, and I wanted a comparison to a stock one, and HCHAF doesn't have any stock ones ran to compare to. So next I'll have to talk to Dyno Joe and see what he's got. I really didn't want to buy another one just to give like a stock versus, you know, the alcohol version comparison. But I am thinking about giving this thing a dyno run. And anyway, that's enough jabbering. I think we'll go ahead and get this thing fueled up. Mix 20-to-1 methanol. There's no gasoline involved at all. Last time I ran this saw though, I was trying some nitromethane, so we're probably gonna have to do some tuning today. It's probably gonna be a bit off, and you know, it might take me a few cuts to get her brought back. But otherwise, yeah, let's give it a run. I just filled this saw up with bar oil, and I picked it up and I forgot to put the cap on. So now I got bar oil all over my foot. Oh well, she's gonna be well lubricated. But here she is. For those of you who have not seen it, Joncutter 5800 expansion chamber running on methanol. We're gonna see about getting it fired up here. We're gonna see if she takes off without a prime first. And I mean, it might already have enough gas in the system to fire it up, because the last time I shut it off, I purged it. I ran through, gas through the system, so there might be enough in there to get it going. But if not, we'll work at it. We should be able to get it though. Let's see what happens. Alrighty, let's take her out and see how she does. She's running really fat right now, probably because I was trying to push nitromethane through it last time. We're gonna have to lean her out some, but let's have some fun. Boy, do I love the smell of that alcohol. It's just, it's you know what I mean. It's methanol with a 20-to-1 mix of Klotz Super Technoplate. It makes you hungry. It smells so good. You know what I mean? All right. That's a pretty sweet saw, if you ask me. You wouldn't expect that out of a little 54cc thing. I think it's 54. They call it a 5800, but I know it definitely doesn't size to a 58cc. I think it's 54. I think. But I don't know. I've always been kind of curious to know what the dyno pull on it would be, what the horsepower rating. RPM wise, I don't know. It's high, but it's higher, but it's not like crazy. It's probably in the 12 somewhere. The torque though is phenomenal. The torque on this thing is just so super impressive. Cutting this wood today was not impressive. It's so frozen. It's been at 5 degree, 10 degree, 15 degree temperatures for so long that this wood is it's like a big old giant icicle, and it cuts so much differently. The first couple of cuts though, on the small piece of wood, the big oak piece, I didn't notice so much, but on the littler one, I could tell the chain was just a little extra hungry, but after a few cuts, it started kind of calming down. And I think it's just that fresh sharpening on the chain. Now, your first couple of cuts are just a little bit hungrier, and then she kind of, I don't know, like I guess you could call it, it kind of like the wood almost sharpens it to a smoother cut, if you know what I mean. But yeah, I don't know. I'm kind of floating around here, but if you guys have never done something like this, I do advise trying it sometime. You might be surprised. Now this is kind of project you do for fun though. You don't do this to go out and cut firewood with it every day, you know. It's a build to do for fun. And if you haven't done anything like this, it's kind of fun. You know what I mean? But yeah, it was a warmer day today, so I figured I'd take the opportunity to try to run some alcohol, and she worked. So hey, I hope you enjoyed this little one. Now, what do you guys think about these bibs things? I don't know. I'm thinking about switching over to these for work. It's definitely more comfortable than pants. You don't have that belt and stuff. And it seems like a pipe fitter thing. A lot of pipe fitters are wearing these things, at least where I work. You know what I mean? A lot of them. It has to do with how you get kind of, I don't know, how you're bending and twisting around and all that stuff to get around all the pipes and everything. And you're constantly wanting to pull your pants up. This kind of eliminates all that. But I'm thinking about switching over to wearing this kind of stuff, at least for work. I don't know. I kind of like it. It's definitely, what would you say? It definitely leaves. It definitely doesn't do your figure any favors. If you can understand that, it definitely does not help the figure. But it is definitely comfortable. I'm more worried about the heat in the summer. You know, it might be a little warmer to wear. But we'll see. We'll see how things progress. Anyway, kind of a short little video for you, and we'll catch you in the next one. Later.